I'm Cape Joel, and it's that special time again. We're pulling on into the Solicitation station for the month of October. What do Marvel and DC have planned for the upcoming month? Well, let's hop on in together and take a closer look, shall we?
Alright then, so taking things in alphabetical order, first up we have The Amazing Spider-Man. Peter Parker and Mary Jane may have gotten back together in the first issue of Nick Spencer's newest run, but it looks like Boomerang, Pete's supervillain roommate, might just drive a wedge between these two star-crossed lovers yet. I expect this to be a funny ride. Next up we have Aquaman, and with his movie coming soon, Arthur is going to be super busy. He's got a brand new crossover with the Justice League called The Drowned Earth. No doubt this huge event will help set the stage for Kelly Sue DeConnick's new Aquaman run starting soon. Now back over with Marvel, we have the Avengers, who are starting a new storyline called World War Below. It involves the Earth's mightiest heroes going to Atlantis, and wait a minute, didn't I just talk about this? Seriously though, the Dark Celestials and the Omega Titans coming so close together was a coincidence. Now I'm really starting to think Jason and Scott have been looking at each other's papers in class. Honestly though, Namor being important again in a big Avengers story makes sense because the Fantastic Four are important again, and because of that we're seeing a ripple effect through all the Fantastic Four family of characters. Moving on, in October, Batman is getting a brand new book. Well, technically he's getting several new books at once because Batman Secret Files is going to be an anthology series where lots of different writers are going to take a crack at writing the Caped Crusader. Personally, I'm the most excited for Tom Taylor. This once again begs the question, is there such thing as too much Batman? DC sure doesn't think so. From there, who's ready for more Deadpool verses? These have always been solid sellers, so in October, Deadpool is going to be facing off against Black Panther. These two actually had a pretty impressive fight during the Duggan tie-ins to Civil War II. Gotta wonder if that'll be mentioned at all here. T'Challa being so serious and Wade being so manic, they kind of work with each other in an opposite attract sort of way. From one masked merc to another, we have Deathstroke Arkham. If you've been reading the book, you'll know Slade was hearing voices in his head, got himself thrown into the asylum, and then that story just got abandoned for some reason. We got a whole completely different story about him fighting Batman over who was Damian's real dad. It's nice to see we might finally get some resolution here. But guess what? That's not the craziest thing Deathstroke is going to be doing in October, because we still got those Hanna-Barbera crossovers to look forward to, and Slade is going to be meeting up with Yogi Bear, but he's no average Yogi, he's a crazy Revenant-style murder bear. You just know I couldn't make one of these videos without mentioning my favorite hero, Green Arrow, right? Well, in October, he's one of the many characters who's going to be getting a tie-in to Tom King's event, Heroes in Crisis. Lord knows Ollie has some demons, and it'll be fun to see them explored here by the new writing team. And hey, while we're on the subject of Heroes in Crisis, I found the cover for issue 2 kind of noteworthy. It shows Batman being choked out by the Wonder Woman lasso of truth held by none other than Harley Quinn. You may also notice her costume looks like the classic animated series version. Does this mean she's changing suits? It honestly wouldn't seem that way, judging by the mainline Harley book, the new Old Lady Harley series, or indeed Harley Quinn on the Suicide Squad, but a man can dream, can't he? Now, over in the Hulk book, which I have just been loving to death from Al Ewing, we see Banner in a collision course with the Avengers, just the sort of people he was trying to run away from, especially as the newer Immortal Hulk is leaning much more to the anti-hero side these days, and Earth's mightiest heroes might have a problem with him. From Jade Giant to Iron Avenger, in the Iron Man book, it looks like Arno Stark, Tony's brother, is making a return. Wow, someone finally remembered that character existed. Good on you, Dan Slott, but that's not all. He's got a sick new set of armor, which looks incredibly evil. It looks like he hollowed out Doomsday and is now wearing his skin as a suit. Hey, at Comic-Con you may have heard a bunch of new Marvel digital series based on the Netflix heroes are getting released. The Luke Cage one and the Jessica Jones one are all getting collected in physical trades in October, and I am definitely going to pick these ones up. As I mentioned before, October means Halloween, and Marvel is giving fans of the Marvel Zombie line something to look forward to with a brand new book. I'll admit I know very little about the Marvel Zombie series, but hey, these covers are from Juan Ferreira, which are always great to look at. Hey, how about that Black Panther movie, huh? Pretty awesome, right? Bet you liked that Shuri character, because who wouldn't? And for that reason and more, she's getting her very own solo series for the first time. Gotta admit, looks pretty sweet. Have you ever wanted to draw your own comic book? I bet you have, and thanks to DC in October, you can do just that with these special blanked editions of comics. Yeah, they send you a whole 22 pages blank that you can draw on yourself. Just, don't be expected to get paid for your work or anything. Or, do what I'll inevitably do, buy one and then just take it around to conventions and get actual artists to draw you things in its pages. Now, what on earth is Wonder Woman up to in October? Well, a lot. She's headlining that new Justice League Dark book that drops the same day as this video. But guess what? There's more. Under James Tynion, Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark are all becoming part of a big 5-issue weekly series called The Witching Hour. There's gonna be magic, there's gonna be intrigue, there's gonna be Greek gods. What more could you ask for? Now, at the opposite spectrum of Wonder Woman, we have Typhoid Mary. She got announced to be the villain of Iron Fist Season 2, and it looks like Marvel is set to remind you who she is in a big bad way by having her face Spider-Man in a brand new miniseries. Venom is also set for a historic annual in October. This once again comes to us from Donny Cates, who's just been killing it on this book, and I can't wait to see what he does next. It would also seem in October, Marvel is opting to dust the cobwebs off the old What If formula, and they got a whole slate of interesting little one-shots for you. What if Flash Thompson became Spider-Man? What if Thor had been raised by ice giants instead of Loki? What if Spider-Man had become the Punisher and instead of web shooters had just, regular bullet shooters? Seems like a good mix. Also from Marvel, we have the warped tie-ins to Infinity War. Basically, what if two of your favorite heroes got smashed together? Well, you would get this, and I gotta say, some of the designs look pretty damn amazing. Now, not every tie-in is worth your time, but I am totally gonna give these ones a look. All you X-Men fans, get ready too, because October is going to be a busy time for the Merry Mutants. We have Wolverine returning, only to have someone try and kill him again. Hey, what else is new? Then we have X-Men Black, which I thought was going to be a new ongoing series, but actually it's a set of 6 stories all focusing on different X-Men villains from great writers. Be sure to read them all too, because they all feature a little backup story starring Apocalypse, which will in turn tie into the brand new Uncanny X-Men book coming soon after Extermination. And lastly, on the Solicitation station for this month, we are taking a closer look at a whole mess of new developments coming from the Spider-Geddon line. First up, we have a brand new Suicide Squad team in a mini-series led by Kane the Scarlet Spider, woo. The villain of this story once again looks to be more Lun and the Inheritors, oh, less woo. But hey, Cullen Bunn is writing another crazy team story featuring Web Slinger, a cowboy Spider-Man from another universe who teams up with the crazy 70s Mecha Spider-Man from Japanese TV. And how could I forget Spider-Gwen, rising from the ashes and being resurrected as Ghost Spider just in time for the Marvel Rising cartoon and her appearance in the Edge of Spider-Verse movie. And there you have it, everyone. The most interesting things coming from the big 2 comic companies in October. Looks to be quite the mixed bag, and of course for reviews of these comics and oh so many more videos, be sure to keep your eyes peeled to the Cape Joel channel, and I will see you next time for another installment of the Solicitation